All right, let's get into this one. So Von Miller had some interesting things to say about some of the all-time great quarterbacks. And a lot of people think Tom Brady, TB12, is the greatest of all time, the GOAT. Von Miller has something to say about that.
You know, obviously it's going to be a debate between Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, who's the best. You know, for me, it'll always be Peyton Manning. He changed the quarterback position from checky. You know this more than me. You're the quarterback. From checky, change the play, come on, check the play, change the play again, go over top. He wasn't scrambling or doing none of that stuff. He did it all with his arm, and it was beautiful, man. And people say these guys are humble, but bro, he's so humble. He knew every single guy in the facility, whether it's the janitors, all the coaches. He had a personal relationship with everybody. He was the first person, and truly the first person in the building. Whenever you pulled up, you'll see his Buick, because he drove a Buick, because he had the Buick deal. I had a fundraiser event for Von's Vision. He was there, man. He was all about his guys, all about his teammates.
Man, ringing endorsement for Peyton Manning there.
You may be shocked to hear what. Well,
that's why I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna throw it over to you. You played in the league. You were good, according to Charlie Weiss. Senior. He said you were good. No,
I was good enough, man. I had a good career. It was fun. For someone who came to football as late as I did, I end up, having fun and
you played in the league
a long time.
Double-digit years?
A long time. 159 games, 156 games, something like that.
You won, bro. You played, seriously, you know what I mean? You got to the league. It's one thing to get there. It's another thing to play a handful of years. You played 14, 15, however many years. That's remarkable. So, that being said.
This is my take, and I've always had this take, because I was a part of the era where this was happening. Von isn't off, right? This isn't crazy.
Oh, I don't think that.
And this is why I say that. I was an offensive lineman, offensive side of the ball. They're both quarterbacks, offensive side of the ball. I've played against Tom Brady a bunch, played against Peyton Manning more than I would have wanted to. Peyton Manning and whatever team he was, the Colts, when we played against Peyton, that is the only time the defensive coordinator came into the offensive install room and told us what we needed to do to help them stop Peyton. No other quarterback garnered that level of specialty. No other quarterback could make you guess wrong every single play. And I played against him a bunch. I've been in division with him. And Von is right when he says he changed the quarterback position, because he was the one calling the plays and checking out of things, and you thought you had him, the defense would do this, and he would make you check out of something into what he wanted you to check into and then exploit that. And so for my money, and I know the accolades didn't follow like it did with Tom Brady, and I'm not taking anything from Tom Brady, okay? But for my money, Peyton Manning was a more feared quarterback than Tom Brady. I'll say it like that.
I like the way you put that, because at the end, I think Tom Brady was more feared winner, meaning somehow he's going to find a way to win this. But actual quarterback position in and of itself
is different today because of Tom Brady.
Peyton.
Peyton. Excuse me, yes.
Omaha. Few examples of this. So first, let me say this. This is why me and Rob Parker get in arguments about this phrase I'm going to say. I think me and you even argued about this before. Because it's hard to have these conversations, to me, without having the greatest and also the best. Sometimes they are the one and the same. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're not, to me. And sometimes you can be the better quarterback, Peyton Manning, but the greater quarterback is Tom Brady. And some of that is, brother, where you land. Because there's a person right now who, if he was sitting here, he probably, y'all want to throw my name in if we're talking about pure, just simple talent throwing the ball, Dan Marino. But because he wasn't in a situation to win enough to have the titles, then you kind of just go, excuse me, Dan, get out the way. But if you're just talking about pure talent, Dan Marino would probably say, hey, don't forget your boy. Right? There's a handful of other people. Steve Young might say, hey, don't forget your boy, if you're talking just talent. But Tom Brady wasn't that with Peyton. He didn't come in with that. Peyton came in with that expectation. You're supposed to be the guy. And after a year or so, year and a half, he became the guy pretty much until his neck was broken in the last year or so with
couldn't
Denver.
throw the ball.
Can't throw the ball. So Peyton Manning to me is when I close my eyes and I think of just quarterback position and I'm drawing it up, who's throwing, it's him. But because we judge quarterbacks by what wins more, we don't judge offensive linemen by wins. We don't judge safeties, linebackers. Quarterbacks are the only position in football that plays outside of coaches that we judge on the wins. And this is where Tom Brady, finding the way to win, the will to win, the comebacks, 28-3. And he just has the greater story, the greater arc. And that's, to me, why he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, I've lost to Tom Brady up by 13 with two and a half minutes left in the game. And we had the ball.
Okay,
Like, seriously.
Now you got detail. How did this happen?
It's out of control, man. I don't even.
And that's what I mean. So
It's crazy.
you feared Peyton the duration of the game, right? 0 to 60 minutes.
The first time the Houston Texans beat the Indianapolis Colts, I was a part of that for the first time. And our game plan, and this is what I mean by they came in and told us what we needed to do. We were just going to run the ball. Ron Dane had 135 yards rushing, a couple touchdowns. It was 3rd and 9. We're handing the ball off. So he put the onus on the offensive line, quick passes, because they had Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, and they love to get you behind.
Yep.
And so they put the onus on us, and we just ate up time. We won the time of possession, and Chris Brown, the kicker, not the singer.
I mean, he's talented. He can play basketball. I didn't know he played football.
Chris
too.
with the K, not a C, kicked a 55-yard field goal at the end of the game on Christmas Eve, and the announcer was like, "It's a Christmas miracle." I think that was in 2007. And so just being a part of those level of games and game planning and preparing for Peyton, for my money, he was the most feared quarterback at that time.
Also, a couple other things you're talking about Peyton. Tom Brady is I still believe he's the GOAT, the greatest, when you encompass everything. But he didn't necessarily revolutionize the game.
No, he didn't.
Peyton Manning revolutionized. A la Shaq. Nobody's saying Shaq's the best ever, but sometimes when you talk about the most dominant ever, you have to give him credit because they stopped. You can't do this. We had to change the rim, put the stanchion up because he's bringing down rims.
You had to have an extra one in the arena.
Keep another rim in the arena in case he breaks one. Like, that's crazy. Peyton was doing that, revolutionizing the game. The way you mentioned, the way he was calling things at the line, the way he was changing an audible. Also, dang it, John Madden football had to add the quarterback vision, and he was the only one whose vision was the entire field. If you remember that, that's probably like the 04-5-ish era, something like that. He would be the entire field. Everybody else would be a sliver, whatever they were. You know, like if you had Anthony Richardson right now, it would be like
this.
It'd be like a strip of bacon.
No, he was a dominant quarterback and a very scary player to give the ball to.
Sure.
He just made you guess wrong, man. I've seen an offensive lineman get beat at the snap of the ball, and before he can even get the ball is gone to someone wide open. And I'm like, how?
So I want to throw some numbers out here. Those guys, kind of how they went up against each other. All right, so in terms of head-to-head matchups,
this is Brady all day.
Brady's teams posted an 11-6 record against Manning's teams. Manning, however, was 3-1 against Brady in AFC Championship games. Now, he won both of those AFC titles games when he was with the Broncos. And Miller played, Von Miller, of course, played a role because listen to this game he had to get them there in 2015. The man had 2.5 sacks, an interception, 5 tackles, 2 for a loss, and a pass breakup, and 4 quarterback hits.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's why he's going to get a gold jacket at some point here. So that's interesting. So I want to open it up. Let's open it up. 877-99 on Fox. I believe there are a handful of people that you could say maybe played the position better than Tom Brady, and I'm okay with that. If you said Joe Montana played the position better, and arguably if you said he's the GOAT, there's like 2 or 3 guys, I'm not mad at that. If you said John Elway was just a better natural talent than Tom Brady, especially because he could run too, not mad at that. Peyton Manning is in that category for me as well, and Aaron Rodgers. just pure quarterbacking talent. They were better at that. I'm not mad at that. But I still believe Tom Brady is the GOAT when you encompass it all. So that's for me. He is still the GOAT despite everything we mentioned because the will to win, the finding ways to win, comebacks that didn't make sense, 7 freaking rings. I mean, he's just the standard in that regard. But just quarterbacking, I do believe there are a handful of guys who were better at the position, but not the greatest when you encompass it all. 877-99 on Fox. Is Von Miller crazy? Is it simply Tom Brady is the GOAT? There's no other? Is it Joe Montana? Is it John Elway? Is it Dan Marino? Is it Peyton Manning, as Von Miller and Ephraim believe? 877-99 on Fox. I still believe TB12 is just the greatest quarterback of all time. I liken it to Muhammad Ali. Boxing aficionados, there's some say Sugar Ray Robinson. They have a couple other people they may say better boxer, just pure the art of it. But when you're talking the greatest, all that it encompasses, it's Muhammad Ali. That's how I view Tom Brady. 877-99. Let me be clarified before the streets start. He ain't Muhammad Ali as far as the social justice stuff. Let me settle down because people get carried away. Let me look into the YouTube camera. Settle down. Let's get to these phone calls, Ephraim. So we just had a conversation. Von Miller, who played with Peyton with the Broncos, Von Miller said that he believes Peyton Manning is the GOAT, greatest quarterback of all time. TB12 is one. You got Joe Montana up there as well. Handful of other people maybe you want to consider. Ephraim says it is Peyton Manning, just from what you saw going up against him, being around it day to day, year to year, I should say. And I say I totally get that. I think he played the quarterback position even better than Tom, but Tom Brady is the greatest when it encompasses every single thing. Like right now, if you told me you have one game, you have to win this between Peyton and Tom, give me Tom. If you're saying this season, I want to go 13-3, give me Peyton. That's if you get what I'm saying, how I explain it.
I understand.
It's just that little hair. It's kind of the Jordan LeBron thing right there, right? Okay, but
I don't know any scenario where you would say give me LeBron over Jordan. Like there's not the game
Can we not do this
series or I don't know what that is.
We have phone. I'll tell you the scenario. See, now you open this up.
No. Let's do the people first.
Okay,
we'll do the people.
Don't do that.
We got time.
I was ready to go.
No. Get to the people.
877-99 on Fox. All right, let's go out to Iowa. Nate in Iowa. Nate, you're on with the Odd Couple.
Yeah, when you're talking about like Tom Brady as opposed to Peyton Manning, I put all those guys up there. But I mean, if you watch Tom Brady, and I hate when people say this, but like the team around him. The one time he has Randy Moss, he sets all sorts of records. They go 18-1. He has to lose the Super Bowl because Tyree makes the catch of his life.
Right.
I think that Tom Brady played the quarterback position better than anybody. I think he was the more polished. He had a much crisper throw. He didn't miss those little throws, and he did everything he's supposed to. And that does credit their offensive line. Don't get me wrong. He had a lot of time to throw the football. But in my opinion, I still think he's the top, and then you put everybody else second, third, and fourth, however you want it to go.
Nate, listen, I'm not mad at you. This is Tom Brady we're talking about. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Let's go to New Orleans, baby. Let's go to MJ in New Orleans. You're on with the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What's going on, Kel? What's going on, Ethan?
What's good,
What's up,
brother?
man?
Oh, man. Hey, man, you know I have to check in on this, man. I am going with my quarterback, Peyton Manning, over the cheater, Tom Brady.
Why?
I'm not going to do this. He's the greatest because of 7 he lost. It's not 7-0, and he didn't have to be 7-0. But those 3 video championships, we got to discuss that. We got to discuss cell phone gate, all that. No. Joe Montana is the GOAT.
I'm not mad at that.
Manning is my GOAT. 4-0 beats 7-3. It beats it every day.
I don't know if it do.
It's not new
7-3 is kind of crazy, MJ. Like if you just said 4-0 beats 5-2, all right, 7-3 is kind of crazy. And the 2 that he lost when you talk about the Giants, Dave Tyree has to catch it off the helmet, and Mario Manningham catch crazy. Thank you, MJ. Appreciate it. We'll come get some beignets down in New Orleans again at some point. Let's go out to Florida. Chris in Florida. You are on with the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
How you guys doing? I appreciate taking my call. If I sound funny, it's because my MG is kicking in bad tonight. But I as a Bronco fan, I feared Manning much more than I feared Tom Brady. But
okay.
You get paid to win games. The quarterback's job is to win games, and I give it to TB as the GOAT. But let me say something: the all-time greatest talent, I think, at QB that I ever saw John Elway dragged three teams to the Super Bowl, and you can't even tell me who was on any of his teammates were. He came an eyelash from taking a fourth team. He lost a heartbreaker in Buffalo in frigid temperatures by a long return fumble for a touchdown. The guy, you finally give him a decent O-line and a good running back, average receivers and average defense, and he went 2-0. Elway was a stud. He could throw it deep. He could throw it hard. He could run. Elway was quite a stud. He was a competitor, and he checked down quite a bit. So I don't think he gets love, but I don't think he gets enough. But I think he gets love. The GOAT.
I think he gets the proper love. I appreciate it. John Elway, I told you, there's like 4 guys for me. If you say Joe Montana, I'm not mad at you.
Can't argue.
If you say Tom Brady, clearly I'm not mad at you. If you say John Elway, I'm not mad at you. And then that fourth can maybe be a Peyton, or if you even, maybe for you it's Dan Marino, just wins aside. That's just the best quarterback I've ever seen. I get that. Let's go to Massachusetts. Dre, you're on.
What up, Dre?
It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, I can give Tom Brady greatest of all time, but he's not winning by a country mile. All right, there's others that are right there in this conversation. I think of the Joe Montanas. I think of the Terry Bradshaws. I think of, frankly, the Dan Marinos. If you want to talk about somebody that did it without having the system and the infrastructure. What separates Tom Brady from me, though, is the 7th championship that he got with the Tampa Bay Bucks, where he was essentially the general manager, right? The year before in New England, he was saying we need to give Antonio Brown time. He's going to make mistakes. Bill Belichick, no, we got to get rid of him. He can't be around here. And what was the results, right? Patriots lost the last game to the Dolphins, end up losing to Tennessee in the first round, and him throwing an interception. The Brady era is over. My point is, he was the GM of that team. Brought in Gronkowski, brought in Antonio Brown. They caught lightning in a bottle, and for him to win his 7th championship in his 40s, that's what distinguishes him. But the others are close. Montana's, Marinos, Peyton Manning, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I don't think it's a gap. I agree with you, Dre. I don't think whoever you said, I don't think there's like a huge gap. All right, let's go to Vegas with Tony. Tony, you're on with the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tony?
What's up, guys? Thanks for taking the call. How y'all doing?
Doing great, brother.
How you doing?
Hey, listen, man. Anybody who thinks anybody thinks Tom Brady is delusional. I'm gonna give you some stats, but before I give you the stats, I want y'all to do me a favor and talk about it when I hang up.
Okay.
Go compare Tom Brady's number to Marino, to John Elway, and to your boy Peyton Manning, and then talk about what you see. Tom Brady holds the record for the most passing yards, 89,214, passing touchdowns, 649, regular season wins, 251, and 7 Super Bowls.
All right. So, Tony, I'm about to cut you off. You wanted us to talk about it. All right, Tony, thank you for the call. Let me tell you what we're going to say. Tom Brady is that guy without a doubt, but let's not act like he didn't play. He was 63. Okay? He played till he was 63.
And you got to remember, Tom Brady played long enough to beat those records that Drew Brees had.
And Peyton Manning.
So he played 3-4 years longer than those guys to eclipse those records. So if you look at that body of work that they had during the same amount of years that they played, Tom Brady's not close to Drew Brees or Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Just so you understand, Tony, I get it. The longevity thing, like no one is going to eclipse LeBron James' scoring title because he's still playing in year 22.
And probably going to average at least 22.
Right? And he may play another year. So that thing's going to get up to 50,000 points. No one's coming close to that. But that doesn't make him the greatest player ever, in my opinion. It makes him having the greatest career ever, the greatest longevity of an athlete ever. And those are two different things, in my opinion.
One more real quick.
Appreciate
we'll go
you, Tony.
To California. Well, we are in California. Go to Chris in California. Chris, you on with the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What's up, guys? What's up, Kelvin? What's up, Ephraim?
What's up, Chris?
How you doing?
Good, brother.
Good to hear you. Yeah, brother, you was just saying about Tom Brady, about his stats. He played a long time. You got to think about if he actually could get weapons. Belichick, he sucked at drafting players.
He did. You ain't wrong about that. You ain't wrong about that.
Imagine if he was Sean Payton or with an Andy Reid and actually got weapons. So you can't say that right there.
Well, I'll tell you this. Drew Brees made more 7th round and 6th round draft pick receivers, top tier receivers than anybody.
Colston, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got a whole list of them over there.
Peyton had all the receivers.
Yeah, he had everybody. Yeah.
Peyton didn't have nothing. He had some receivers. And he had Edgerrin James for a gang of years as well. But to when you're looking at what TB12 was even able to do, you got to look at the other side of the ball. Peyton feels like, man, if I had a better defense a handful of years, I would have won some rings, more rings. So you're never going to have the perfect team, you know what I mean? Because Tom would imagine he wanted some more weapons, but he always had a great special teams and really good defenses. And then Peyton always had good offenses but was struggling on the defensive end. So otherwise, somebody would run off 7 straight if they had the perfect team like that. Great conversation. Appreciate it. Ephraim, I do want to throw one more at you before we get to Monty. We named a bunch of guys, and we all kind of agree they're right all in that mix, whoever you want to choose, whatever your liking is. But where is Patrick Mahomes in all this?
I think he's nipping at the heels. I think he has the ability to surpass even Tom Brady. As long as Andy Reid and he stick together, the defense bailed him out last year.
For sure.
He has to recover. Like last year was a down year for him. Even though they were 15-2, it surely wasn't because of him. And so, and that's to be expected. He's played a lot of football. They've been in a lot of Super Bowls, a lot of NFC championship games, pretty much his whole career. Even when he didn't start, even when he was on the bench, they were playing like that with Alex Smith. So he went to the right situation, the right program, and they're maximizing that. I look for him to have a bounce back year. They shored up that offensive line. Took care of my guy, Big Trey.
Yep.
And brought some pieces in there. So I'm looking for Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes to bounce back. Now, I think he's clearly one of the, if not the top quarterback in the league. Now, other quarterbacks bring a little other dimension in terms of running with Lamar and Josh. They have something else, but Patrick Mahomes is a murderer with that football, man.
Yeah,
he'll cut your head off.
And I think that adds to the allure of it all is too. Sometimes I talk about this all the time when Rob and I are going at different conversations. Sometimes it isn't just numbers. Sometimes it isn't even just wins. Sometimes it's something has to be magical, right? If Jordan had all the same numbers and stuff, but he was Tim Duncan, like, you kind of view it a little differently, right? But he was bald. He had the, early on a chain when he was doing dunk contests, and he's got the baggier shorts. He's bald head. He's got the tongue out, like all of these things. And his layup package was something we'd never seen before. If he was doing the same effectiveness, but just normal layups, you'd be like, oh, okay. Well, it's the aesthetic. It just was something unique. I mentioned Muhammad Ali. There have been dozens of great fighters. But his style, the dancing, the talking smack, in the ring, out the ring, and just his something to it. He had the face, he had the looks. It was just, sometimes to me, you have to have that. Patrick Mahomes kind of came in with that. He had the haircut. He's throwing behind the back passes, throwing left-handed passes, cross the body, no looks. Yep. It was just like, okay, not only are you good, but you're making it fun to watch as well. And I think sometimes, that has to be an element to it as well. And Lennox Lewis, nobody likes to bring him up because it was just kind of boring. Jab, 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 and I won the fight. Mike Tyson was taking heads off.
Yeah.
So you think highly of him. When in reality, I don't know, maybe Lennox Lewis was. I mean, I know they fought, but maybe even if they fought when pre-Mike Tyson going to prison, maybe Lennox Lewis still wins because he was just maybe a better fighter. But you think highly of Mike because the aesthetics of it all as well. Said all that to say, I think that's another thing that bodes well for Patrick Mahomes. Those first 5 years or so, it was a blast to just watch him play.
Oh, yeah.
Must-see TV. You never knew what you were about to see. And I think that plays a role into it too. But yeah, he's got a shot, though. He absolutely has a shot. Now, what he has to avoid or replicate
is that 10-year
lull, that lull
low
that Tom Brady had. So
yeah.
He either has to avoid it or he's going to have to do what Tom did and have that and then have another run of like 3 or 4
I don't see him
pins.
having a lull. That's why I put him up there. That's why, because, look, they're going to get that thing right. It's a well-run organization. And so it's I don't see they draft better than the Belichick and the Patriots did. So I think he has an opportunity to really do something special, and I'm here for it. The excitement of that and where we are quarterback wise in this league. I played in my opinion the greatest era of quarterbacks with all the aforementioned Drew Brees,
Peyton,
Toms,
Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers.
That's all of them,
era.
Right?
That's a lit era. Phillip Rivers. So it was nonstop. Ooh. Like you were, yeah, man. Hold on, let me think.
That's a sweet era of because that's why the league became a passing league. right? It became a passing league because of these great quarterbacks and their ability to just shred defenses and take control over offenses. So
Well, we're in the dynamic era now then.
Oh yeah.
If that was the passing era, we're in the dynamic. We're in the, oh, cool, I didn't know y'all had another offensive lineman. No, that's our quarterback, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like, what is this 6'6", ginormous, running over people but can pass, but can just jump through people like Superman? I mean, then Lamar Jackson is phenomenal. Jalen Hurts is passing. Just when you're out on the passing for him, he outplays Patrick Mahomes through the air in 2 Super Bowls and lost one. And so we're in this just dynamic.
We're in a good space right
Patrick
now.
Mahomes,
for
as we
quarterbacks.
mentioned there too. Bo Nix, get out there, had 400+ yards rushing as well.
Yeah, and the quarterback class coming up this year to see what they can do, and then next year. So the NFL's in a good spot. Quarterback position and a quarterback lead is in a good spot.
Jay Daniels, shoot.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we got some CJ Stroud.
See, we got one last dinosaur who's having a really nice career, and still wants more. He's left to be desired. If you're asking him, that would be Jared Goff. Kind of just I just
hold in
passed.
there, yeah.
I just passed. Don't ask me to run.
Matthew Stafford's the same way. Matthew Stafford ain't running
At this
nowhere.
point, but I only didn't mention him because he's older. I was saying like this.
Yeah, I get
younger.
you.
Matthew Stafford's almost, or is he 40? Almost 40. So 37. So yeah, I'm thinking more of the younger guys. Because I can't. Is there anyone else who's just I'm a statue and I pass?
Yeah, those days of looking for that guy are.
Because even Justin Herbert, he'll get out there and move.
He's got to.
Yeah. I don't think there's any.
He was a
more
great
of those
running
guys.
quarterback at Oregon too. Like he would take off and give it to you.
Lamar Jackson is the best player in football, though.
Of course. Of course.
And this goes to the conversation. Yet, if you said it was 3rd and 6, who am I giving the ball to? And anybody in the NFL, give the ball to Patrick Mahomes. Therein lies the difference right there.